is both legendary and the envy of the market. Retail banking. One bank, different amazing packages. Whether you are interested in savings account, current account, time or fixed deposit account, lending or overdraft, our team of dedicated staff is always ready and happy to help you out with your transactions as you wish. Corporate banking. Trust Bank offers the most convenient services for deposit accounts, credit facilities, trade finance, bond and guarantee, and foreign currency account. With e-banking, you can make electronic and online banking and enjoy 24-hour access to your money without ATM. With the largest network of branches and agents, we give you the convenience to receive funds as you please. We are Trust Bank because we take pride in satisfying every customer's financial needs.
Introducing the future of hassle-free and seamless financial transaction. The Una Wallet app, empowering you to effortlessly manage your money anytime, anywhere. With the Una Wallet app, you can now enjoy branchless banking, wallet-to-wallet transfer, wallet-to-cash, and bank cross-border payments, deposit at a bank, and withdraw from any Una branch. Get ready to experience the ultimate banking convenience with the Una Wallet app. With just few taps on your phone, you can effortlessly add funds, withdraw, and send money to your loved ones. The Una Wallet app also provides a detailed history of your transaction, making it easier to track your expenses. So, what are you waiting for? Download the Una Wallet app today on Play Store or App Store and say goodbye to hassle of traditional banking. Una Forex Bureau Limited, delivering much more than money.
Ja Oil ñoom ñoo jiitu si wàllum jaay essence si biir réew mi te ñu def ko warugal pour kontaan loo suñu client yi borom moto yi ak driver yi seen jaaxare jeex na léegi pour am essence bu baax ak njëg bu yomba lii sax moo tax ñu amal leen banxaas fépp si biir réew mi pour essence bu baax bu set benn place rek la muy Ja Oil soo soxlae essence bu set essence bu baax gasoil wala kérosine na la wax ne Ja Oil rek mooy jëmukaay ga doxantul rek si bépp banxaasi Ja Oil nga am si bànneex ak Ja Oil seen bànneex mooy suñ taxawaay moo tax ñu amoon leen banxaas bépp si biir réew mi nim gën a yombee pour yow ak suñ liggéeykat yu xarañ yi naa la won ne mbégte rek nga see jël pour am essence bu baax pour say machine fenn place rek la mooy sa Ja Oil ak Ja Oil bànneex kese la moo tax sax suñ station si nekk ca Costa Road ak Banjul wàññil nañ leen njëgi essence bi foofu noonu pour am si lu leer mun ngaa call si 770-8080 322-9070 714-7273 wala 787-1321 Ja Oil, the pride of the nation.
Looking for the perfect home away from home in the Gambia? Welcome to BC's Residence, your ideal short-stay apartment in the heart of Bundum. Whether you're visiting for business, pleasure, or an extended stay, BC's Residence offers you the comfort, convenience, and privacy you deserve. Enjoy spacious, well-appointed accommodations in a peaceful neighborhood just behind Nusrat High School. Our residence combines modern amenities with authentic Gambian hospitality, ensuring your stay is both comfortable and memorable. At BC's Residence, you are not just booking a room, you're finding your perfect base to explore all that the Gambia has to offer. Ready to book your stay? Contact us today. plus 220-941414. bcsresidence@gmail.com. BC's Residence, Bundum, behind Nusrat High School. Your comfort is our priority.
Hello and welcome to another edition of our show, the Kerr Fatou Show. Me along kanale Aramisa Jan Kerr Fatou. B, we are doing a virtual show. Of course, B kachabe kongo galati walam kurang komi along be Gambia Bangkok mi munawekti ali along for the past couple of weeks. Malong fai karon in fancy le saying. Kurang ko problem over Kerr Bangkok kambake. Oto B nakachabe denna wala andum binga mol min suto purko kachake wala Buba Badjie. Buba is the public relation officer of NAWEC. Also, I have Madi Jobarteh, human rights advocate, founder of Edward Francis Small Center for Rights and Justice, and of course, Lamin Manneh is the Foreign Affairs Administrative Secretary, Foreign Affairs United Democratic Party. Gentlemen, welcome to the show. I'll be similar program. Follow be programu start la dami wolom bubati. Bayra kumaya tabake puru na weke ya fomole mune be kering. Bayri ntolka fintin kadiamo nga Madi Jobarteh la commentary jele nga Lamin Manneh ni aja tenate jambi as an expert mi alon ko ameta la na weke la ku follow la, especially where money funding min kadun na weke wo ala ex area kona ko jibe baleke. Madi as a human rights advocate mi alon ko feo fembe kering when it comes to issues nga fomole ko kurango manke privilege manke ko fenong necessity long na right long jiola nyinti kurango wol mu feneti mi alon ko banko dingo be 2026 min kono wol mu necessities leti in this country. So Madi nyolo ito la do ko be dendi wala feo fe mi alon ko dronga ka banko molu ila right ni la privilege right la mati ko wala kel because ni man kurango di mola drong ike la nyantole table wol mu feneti mi alon ka ko mayata bari follow comme ma fo nyami ba start la nyami dron Buba mi alon ka tela botan nawek atela mu la diamulati sa nyinen ka Buba munen situation ote munati na bi mbenyin temboto ngebi similar program ote more konton follow. Buba, we are losing Buba Marlon because it's important to start with Buba. If we can have Buba on again, not at a mankenke, because I come back at a overview dinner, me never caring, but butung neng masatono
struggling with the voice on the other phone. What I think, but now I think
okay.
I'm fine.
Okay, go ahead, Buba. Go ahead, Buba. Go ahead. It's difficult to connect with Buba. So nse Madi natina Madi follow be nse Madi te sinana jani Buba be steady la demande when it comes to mimbe kerin nawek ngajele mimbe kerin nawek Madi banko kan ite se mune dinna nyonyo la kom bitilo mune be banko kan ntol be jamfarin do mandin bari obviously na do kol be lori mbuka ku keno fembuka keno official kono mo buka do ku keno swol kono mune be what is the situation right now Gambia dingol be min face kan and mune ati na wole ya bi ko wole akos
Fatou. Fatou.
Naam, nkemwe.
Okay, man, we come well, but I
Ha nkemwe. Nkemwe,
the
lentol
internet
kemwe.
seem to be dropping around here.
Around, yeah, nkemwe.
All
Of a sudden, internet is playing up. Yeah. That's
but
great.
ni come
Nkemwe la nakabri. Ano mo lang info kam? Kurang problem oti internet o problem oti. Nkemwe le baraka break le Madi. Yes, hello.
Easy. Yeah, go for the internet. I don't know, just then I dropped the case. So I don't know whether you can hear Kachame yating Nanka Kumata Bake Kurang coming Geo Imu rightlet. Yeah. Fellow Malonko Ika Hanamadula Nyanto Fana Jama December to Yanni. You know, rights you'll be then in your balance. So right no BJ Ibuka Raja killing a lower fire every right aka rights do le final sembent to Yanni. So Niko Kurang Musamata okay Kurang, but then because of Kurang ila balu si yirwanole si sono yanole ni mu karanality bang with ida jata kenda bang mu senality o be business wala so Kuramu jorana de melon ko adunta nyin kol be konole so that at the end of the day ila harmaya fa ka wala sahende ka wala bambande yo so better la nyin kachame wulende and you know I say ngana brother sulfan kontong you know menkana Lamin Manneh and Buba Badjie from nowhere. You see, I don't know in your own mind, you know, like kachanying between the men, and but for me, I think ni nyanda kala kachati malon ko nga sabaroning tenkung ning aklimaya taman yung koto. Because right now, you know, I'm frustrated. Right now, I'm 4 o'clock. Just, you know, someone done there's a laptop and then you know, officer kono because for sign on light nata. You know, I have deadlines, school mail on combedo kukang ibebe chandi yaje. So kono mosi kamfa mosi deung isi demi. Isi demi national. But for me, the question is definitely not coming member Kerim B. It's about Mfutaranja Dilejang. Yeah, because Nyukuram problem mo, you know, until at Edward Francis Small Center, sort of campaign initiative launch kununko Nawek Watch coming can you know Nawek can Nawek cross can Nawek Gibia because full of understand muna can until Futaranja because Nyukuram problem mo mukweti malon ko ninyin wuruta nyola le Gambia and the rasoro na wati and of course for dalila for kuma coming nyina sabu tenin thing so nawek yo for entel dinde ma nawek wato GUC ikamole engine number 7 engine number 10 you know or you know do damasin kono warante things like that all right being more for regional problems yeah jende na more regional problems yeah I mean so ibajala ko for me wo better program menti coming na election watch malon ko I mean nawek watch malon ko nyin desol katari mol be kul fundindi la nanne nawek tama nyato nawek ka kul plan nyaati le yaje nawe ko topoto nyaadi le comme la masion yaje I mean foroya yalon independence wolon foroya yaje but nyanta foroya soton na electricity la karoto le nyanta foroya soton na on la karoto le nyanta foroya soton na jata kenda fofendi wolom banku inanta load la kala le me alon ko so mo manke joyeti banku manke island so da fala ko mansula banku sura ta banku dol la ini banku dol fali all fay ñokono and stuff like that but banku ko dol bije me alon ko foyo sabatindi if faye hana bete bari abumba be ay tari ila marokoto because ila balwo ila tanko ila yiriwa ya ila kanto abe ulori wonaka and wo ku killing wo kol kono wo mu energy let coming courant bankute sabati nola wa nola bankute kanta nola me alon ko amon courant soto sagodum idela courant jama be ka bonam bantale wo bankute yiriwa nola wonya alright ite ka membondi courant membondi la banko ka dangbe doyari so ñing Gambia ñu na problème moti bring independent from bit the bridge GUC London 1972 and ning no kuti menyan address la and bejigiring o nga bemen hamela wolam Buba Badjie and ala at Gamta I mean at Nawek ye time ta ye law ye mira ye haklo bulande ye kol korasi kunke kaje ko ñin sanji town drum ndata ñamen amanke ñaati mialon ko be kuram foroya di la molla because damantam man aje ko kotu bari kotu le be mol buru ani brikama yaji wollom balti jang kuram bumbalti jang wol ye capacity men dundi kono the install capacity yaji wo ay wo kuram nangamo bondi in full damanta wo manke den mambo nyim problème kono hani I mean naweke nyim ko jara sama in 1 week time kare kili nyato bang kare saba nyato bang sanji kili nyato mita budana ko take kuram problème do fanan kono and then and that story ndataw nyale kadu ninga na story jibe bring jawara ye nyim kuram ko kumbole yeah di jawara in 1992 ye GUC burka ye kulo ndika ko may UHC Utilities Holding Corporation wo kono 1992 93 94 ma 95 ye bundalo ndika MSG yaji wo kono ntatawolto 1996 ye nawe klonde yo wo la hidol ditaw brio wato jawara la hidol dile ko kuran kode silang mbenin lo kumenta kan aba sorflele ya jambe nata ay la hidol dile tarin ko mbe kuran ko mba kututere silang ya baro nata nan ku folol men la hidi folol men baro ya di brae asida president yala kuran ko lo wote because Occupy Westfield wole protest organized 2017 baro la hidol by December kuran ko be kala futi malon konta promotion na kote bar mutum you know 1972 fombe bitilo mento mbe nyim promotion ka so biro nyati tala damen mune kata nyinkake and then Edward Francis Small Center na nawek watch na metandi tilimbali abe nawek fo nawek ko le so and wo man kala miroti yaje wo mukulti malon ko government found wo government la bundal men blorin ka ko cross ko tilimbali abe nawek tapalaya ben nawek alright but also you know to about of my inefficiency barakanta ya ben nawek ka tela do ko ke maro ke ndakla nyama saya wo dasatale ya yo accountability you know konti boro kaje ko do ko men ndakla ka nyama you know wo be dasatan nawek ya but wo be kono même famba ko be nyaata wolom nyaaton kayat melon ko nyaton ka melon ka be lori ni London ni mirol ka ni ammo o dasata nawek visionary leadership melon ko they have ambition because ni ko bebe inyama nawek de na bar bring GUC wato Tombi by now Gambia kuranko na kurute completely. Yeah. So nyinam kuti me alo nin kacha nyanda kala national conversation nati. Cabinet nyanda sila de ko kacha. Parliament nyanda sila nyim ko kacha. Ngajibe elol be dame. Munad nandi tapalaya be nawe. Munad nandi you know, ko nyanda kala nyamen kaka nyama in nawe. Munad nandi nyaton kaya me alon ko hammo bato ani wosifa adasata. Yaje munad nandi konti boro adasata. Because kakurang dada. Fatou wo manke nina maji kuta manke ku kalante. Dunia dawdande. Ite da kamata da dunia dawdande. Idula do bije kurang fa kamenta fodi nyina alal fa ka kurang de nyina ba because ibe mira kurang fa la fa. Ni kurang fa resala ko masi babala kena sa do nyikon. Yaji. So ndel de sino la jang sanji ta woro hani sa ko ta kurang la ko kutute nola. Yaji. And men marata kurang la men ben nawe karanal la muti. Karantale engineer la muti, managers ñol la muti, administrators la muti, de karan samira fanna ya karanne itata study tola la tarin ibedu tamata le tara dunia tarin ya jele so ka kurang londi ka tamandi o manyanda jata junior kuti yaji o manyanda kala wuti so but the reason o muka keno waram quote and member koto definitely tapale ya non drum anin nyaton kaya memman sahaya anin konti borote je anin you know I mean efficiency nyanda kol kala nyamen ni sawro ni barako menna o be dasari yaje anin nyanda nyin because Gambia manyana sonna ngatari nyin kono for another kuram program e kadare Gambia for another 24 months I mean 12 months sanji killing from manyana sonna wala definitely so and then you are back at and you I back because definitely every opportunity it is a mirror it is there. Yeah, in fact 2017 to 2026 in some the amount of funding meant that into energy and in the market in this country since Jawara time. So the opportunity is there.
The opportunity is there. Madi ko opportunity is there. But Madi kuma for min kuma yata ko nganyininkaro ke how did we get here? And I think wall on fenti left us start la buba e walleto. Bayri I remember 2017 kabiri nyima sakunda kuto take over ta we faced something like this. Mi alon ko kuranku problem o siata no. O wato kono nte famo kundingo ninna wekla alfalsi. I think they brought me almost 8 directors. Wato na Kerr Fatou show start na ke Paradise le. It was more of a town hall from the energy department to the water department to the electricity, all the different departments. And what time for me, kabrini kachatanom, the objective was for Nawek to be honest to the people. Ka funyiko ye toli muna inherit. As this new government came in, Yemuna inherit when it comes to infrastructure, finances, and everything. System olemi inherit. What time nawekla buba nawekla complain jama mumintunum wala a system of me inherit was not fit for purpose. Masingo dolje fang yela ejol for wala siata kabir will be installed atrantema wulu. So be honey wala. The notion then was Nawek was being politicized. A project so in Silola, Paul Minketa Atata Natadal. We all sympathized with Nawek Kabri Moli Lamoy. And one be tema Jeko Madi Afonyam funding Jamale Dunta Nawek. Sai Muna Hatina Benin situation okono 10 years later. Hani sign Kurama Regleno Banko Kambua. Nila video mansong, you can just be on audio, but it's important you come in here before Ngamodo Sotobua. Why are we still in this situation? Munam problem right now. How did we get here? Buba. Buba dal be it's difficult to get to Buba, but let's bring Mr. Man. Mr. Man, yeah, Madi and then Madi summary di mola. Nite abe komnga funyami. How did we get here? 2017 anim BT ma funding min dunta nawek mo jamako asiatale. I did a documentary for World Bank. World Bank da my kodomin dundi nawek ngajele. And nte believe ta konunko wo projects will do new will form materialize ta mamere nyanta kuranko kumbola muna na hani saite amirambe kuranko kumboka Gambia Bankoka.
Fatou, thank you very much for the opportunity.
You are muted. I think you are muted. We cannot hear you. We cannot hear you. Are you guys hearing him? I cannot hear. We can hear you.
Can you hear me now? I'll come with the side.
We cannot hear you.
I
sorry,
can
what's
hear
wrong
you.
with Mr. Manneh's mic? We cannot hear him. Is he muted?
Yeah, no, Marika come wele.
I can hear him.
Because we cannot hear him.
Fatou ngamele bitele bika moy Marika come wele.
Mbike moy.
Hello, Fatou.
Madi, can you hear him? Because I cannot. Madi, can you?
Yeah, I can hear him. I can hear him, yeah.
He's not muted, but I cannot hear you. So I don't know if everybody else is hearing you. I cannot hear you.
I can hear him.
They said he's okay. Then, well, they said you're okay, so it's me.
Yeah.
I don't know why I cannot hear you. Then you can go ahead, but it will be good for me to hear you.
Yes, that's right.
The people can hear him. Go ahead. I'll hear you from this. Buba, I'll call Buba.
Okay.
Let me call Buba on the phone, and we can have him on the phone. I think that will be better. Let me call Buba on the phone.
Okay. Now I'm getting you, Fatou. Yeah, I'm getting you now.
But that when Madi was speaking, I can hear Madi. Why am I not hearing other people? I cannot hear Buba also.
No, when Madi was speaking, I couldn't hear Madi.
I know of his words. That's crazy now. Let me see what is going on with. This is my end. Hold on, because if I'm not able to hear you guys.
Because we can hear you, but you cannot hear us.
No, I'm hearing you, and I'm hearing. Is it Dr. Lamin Manneh?
Dr. Manneh, go ahead.
Yes,
go ahead.
I can hear you too, Mr.
Go ahead. I'll hear from here.
Okay.
Who do you want to go ahead? Buba or me? Fatou? Could you monitor ahead, Buba or me?
I'm not sure now because
I think he meant you.
You go ahead. You go ahead, Mr. Manneh. You go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. Fatou, I was saying thank you for the opportunity to discuss these issues because this is a very serious national problem. 61 years after independence, we're still struggling to provide energy to our people. It's really a sad situation. And basically, I think it all boils down to inefficiency, poor management, and lack of accountability. Because I don't see why it's so difficult to make NAWEC work in this country for 61 years. What's the problem? Why is it so difficult? But because basically the problem is there isn't enough accountability. People aren't made to face the consequences of their poor judgment, inaction, and lack of delivery. We should sign performance contracts with all of these people. They deliver or they are history. Because in this country, we need less than 150 megawatts of power to light up the whole of the Gambia. One solar generation plant can provide 150 megawatts for this country. Maybe you don't want to put all in one installed capacity somewhere, so you want to decentralize to be able to for the sake of safety, you can have 3 or 4 different generation plants across the country. You produce maybe 30 to 45 megawatts here, the same thing in another place, etc. You do 3 or 4 of those, and we are covered. And it's not so difficult to do it. So why is NAWEC not able to do that? The generation plants we have, the heavy fuel fired plants in Kotu, in Brikama, in Basse, etc., they are not functioning. We don't have enough spare parts. Will those machines go into decrepitude? They are antiquated. And nothing is done to get replaced on time. Nothing is done to get spare parts. Some of those machines were running when I was going to high school, and they're still there. And nobody's sort of replacing them. Managing a country is forward planning. Management requires you to plan ahead and do what is required. The demand is going to grow, the costs are going to grow, the technology is going to change, the possibilities are going to change. Why don't you plan ahead? Why has NAWEC been constantly in this problem? In 2017, when the new government came into place, Barola government, they inherited a huge debt for NAWEC. Amadou Sane packaged it into a 30-year bond, which we are still paying, to give NAWEC some breathing space. Why is NAWEC not still going to the point where we will get energy sovereign? Why is the situation getting worse? Today we are generating less power than we were in 2017. Why is that? The managing director came out and told us that, well, when we generate 50 megawatts, we should be able to manage the situation a bit better. 2026, 61 years after independence, we cannot generate 50 megawatts in this country. After pumping over $400 million into NAWEC over the past 8.5 years. After paying $210 million to Car Power, which we would have invested in energy generation. After all of that, we are worse off than we were when Barrow came to power. 2 years ago, we were told that very soon power outages will be a thing of the past. When this new managing director came into power, he said very soon power outages will be a thing of the past. And they are more current today than they were when he came to power. When he came to office, rather, and when Barrow came into power. Why is that? Why is it that all the audit irregularities that are being flagged under NAWEC are not being taken seriously, and people made to pay for those inconsistencies and those improprieties? These are the reasons why NAWEC is not getting anywhere. Now, nobody seems to be interested in moving us into clean energy, because heavy fuel oil is a very good source of corruption. So we're clinging onto that instead of moving gradually to, oh dear, there we go again. Now the power is gone again. You know, this is what we go through every day. We had power some 2 hours ago.
Wow,
it's gone.
That's crazy.
It's gone.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll have to move outside, because
I
have to move outside so that at least you can see me.
So another area. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
this is what we are going through.
Okay.
But whilst let me let somebody else talk whilst I move and change my location so that you can see me.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Buba, akamta ko ya mwele kachabe tembeda minto. Mimu kuoti munati nambe mune mfutande ni situation okonombe min kono bi. Why after 10 years of investment in NAWEC munana bi mbe yintembot? Buba. Go ahead, Buba. Go ahead. I can.
Then the mic on mute.
Okay,
now it's
ahead.
fine. You can hear me now.
Go ahead. Yes,
Good.
Go ahead.
Father, thank you. And then, I'm sorry to the audience that I was struggling with the internet. That's beyond my control.
Yes.
But, to do good, I did not hear what Madi was saying, because I told them I'm not getting it. But what is it, Dr. Lamin Manneh, and I think almost 80% of the main program.
Yeah.
But Fatou, you see, it's very important because Nimma bonding yokono is very difficult for the wider listeners or viewers out there. You can't understand no. You see, Mr. Manneh mentioned a lot of things from 1961, from independence to date. I don't want to go back to independence to date. Perhaps I was not born before independence. I wouldn't know all those things. But the 3 decades that I served in NAWEC, I think I can start it from there. But what I know and what is clear and what is on record is Fatou, from the new dispensation in 2017, in fact, it started in 2018. What are now here a serious investment sort of into the energy sector. You see, one thing I want Mr. Manneh, he was in the out there. I Tata Dunia Kono Bandala, I don't work with the World Bank or AFD. At least he knows how these grants and loans are being disbursed and how they work. The 400 million or 200 million, whatever he's saying, I want him to understand that yes, we received that, the Gambia government received that for the energy sector, but which part of the energy sector? You see, we have different components. We have the production, we have the distribution. So you see, the giant investment happened in the distribution network. Father, nindol be akilo be komantonu. You know, be akilo be mukun komanga longo utumo nawe kamune complain is network congestion le bidang. You know, we were operating only on a 33 kVA line. We produce and transmit through one line. That is the 33 kVA line. Now, all those lines and other activities were done. We came to this IMS a management integrated management system, because then everything was on a standalone. But today, alhamdulillah, we have seen a massive improvement in NAWEC. You know, you see, NAWEC was going very well. What happened for the past 3 weeks cannot be a judgment of what we were doing for the past 4 years. I think that's unfair with us. What I want Mr. Manneh also to understand is, he said we did not invest in the solar. No, I am telling Mr. Manneh, as I'm speaking to you right now, we have invested in the solar. For the first time in the history of this country, a 23 megawatt solar plant on fire. I mean, with 150, we can get the whole country electrified. Yes, that's a fact. But that is why Mr. Amadou Sanem and others were on a roadmap. Let him go and check with them again. And let Mr. Manneh go back to the roadmap. Roadmap info. By 2025, 2026, we will be able to generate 50% internally. That is different from supply everything. And that we are. What happened when this crisis was taking place? Already we have about 3 of our engines down on maintenance. That's beyond human control. That's what you see. The coincidence was just too, how do I put it? It's just too close. So some people will say, but yes, something was happening. And also the plants are there. That's why the World Bank also is helping us to get a 150 megawatt solar plant, which already the 50 megawatt solar plant is just at the finishing touches of signing the contract. So the plants are there. The future is already there. We know that the demand gap is faster than what we even produce. That's a fact. But NAWEC did not sit back to say, okay, we are waiting until the demand is there. No, we have our plans, and then also we're trying to work on them. But you see, the monies that they are all calling, yes, and the accountability is already there. The oversight function which Mr. Manneh and Madi and any other person knew will be carrying. The other things he talks about, some red flags or audit flags, I wouldn't go into those ones. Perhaps that could be more of a management issue, and I don't want to talk about things that I'm not very privy to. I only want to discuss about it. I have some audits number, so I'm not able to talk about them. Also, he talks about we clink on the buying of the heavy fuel because and the oil that is easy to no. You see, that is why, Mr. Manneh, that is why we are of affair with the OMVG today. As I'm talking to you today, I have just concluded a tour with the High Commissioner of the OMVG. He's in Banjul. He started from Tambacounda, Guinea Conakry, coming Tambacounda, Gambia. We ended at Bekam. You see, all those are things that are working. And the reason that we are buying from the through the OMVG, from the two partners within the OMVG is cheaper. to buy electricity from those sources than producing it internally. When you say that, somebody will say, where is our energy security? Yes, where is our energy security? That is why the roadmap said we should be able to have 50% of our local generation. He said Kodu Power Station. I'm telling him now, as we speak, a Kodu Power Station is producing 10 megawatts this minute as I'm talking to you. The two Brikamas are producing, one is producing 6.8, the other one is producing 4.9 as of yesterday. Today I did not check. We have the solar
20,
at 19 point something.
But that is about, so the target is for Norway to produce about 50%, right? That's the target. 50% of our capacity, which should be around 60 something, right? Because we are around 120. Are we? Is that what we do? We consume around 120, between 120 to 150, right?
No.
Let me correct me. Yeah.
No, you are right. The 120 is for the whole country. That is the whole Gambia is 120.
Yes.
But the problem is not the whole Gambia as we speak. What we are telling you here, 95 is what we need for the GBA to avoid load shedding.
Yeah.
Good. So when we are talking about that 50, we're looking at that GBA 50. When you look at that GBA 50, it's around 50 something. Which, if you put all these machines together plus the solar, you're almost there.
But as we speak, the numbers you've been focusing is 10 here, 6 here, 4 here, which is around 20. Is that the reason why Kurang Mantra stable right now?
No, number two. That is almost 20 plus the solar. Iman solar quantity.
Solar mujallet.
Solar. The last time I checked, for something, it was about 19 megawatts. So, it was 19 point something. But let's keep it at 19.
Still neo art is still not maybe are still among 50C. Still the meaning ko having the capacity in Tonyanta half of mean generate like we're not able to do that.
Yes,
as we speak.
As this minute, Mawo Cindy, I wouldn't shy away on that. That's what I'm saying. Mawo Cindy, because what I mean not communicate we have 2 other engines. We have got 20 megawatt, which is already me and Gola part from a problem, Gola part from a chanta amanna due to this ongoing crisis. That is one. We have another one that is 12 megawatt on maintenance. Put those 2 together. If they were on today, what will happen? We would have not have that load setting.
But Buba, yalo minka mol jahal natra na weki alonko natra nyim masingo ni bebulu hanin tela suoko no nim masingo nin hanin na office oto nimbe fengo sana e part do fo nyimi anka kumaya tan na do ko kono at least nka part flasa o specific masingo la part flasa ne pour ni ndon tinyata ya replace ni na because yalo ne ko nuo part oto masingo to abe ko belebe capacity la. Why would na wait until all these 2 machines go down to start kafo ko masingo le tata down so be maintenance nga part ni order apartment nana. Can Nawek be able to order these parts and be kept as contingent measures? Isa de ko nim masingo a problem also isa replace no quickly janim part dobina. Is that not a possibility? Why would we wait until all these machines go down? And as a conspiracy theorist, it's kind of funny how all of these machines go down at the same time, all at the same time for a new situation.
Okay, thank you. Let me enlighten you and the listeners. I love that. But
okay,
you see, the engine, these engines are not those engines that you're talking about. These engines. Their parts are not even picked on cells. If you look at the or the lateral cells or no. You see, these parts when they are faulty, what you do is, or you suspect that a fault is coming. It's either way. But what you can only do is to send the specification for your manufacture. A itself. Google it and check it everywhere. You will not tell me a 10 megawatt generator. If I alternate in one cell in Germany or Japan, brand new you will want it, then so it's a total different operation at Kenyan. You see, running a thermal power plant, it's one of the highest problems. That is why people are now moving away, not completely, but people are now moving into the green energy more, which now we are also moving in it. But coming for what I'm saying, we had this maintenance around February, look at December, look at January. The last one was February. We were on. But what happened? because the external source was coming. We were buying. We have the market was flexible for us to buy. So, but meaning that when this crisis happened, where we also buy the sources whilst we are doing the maintenance, that's the essence. That is why we spend huge amount of money to build a 2 to 5 line that today we can even buy from Cote d'Ivoire, if need be. That is why you have that line. That line is not because it's Gambia. It is OMVG. It's here to mediate and then get us electricity, access to electricity for all the member countries.
So right now, Munatina, Alkaminke no Wolong, Nalbe maintenance, I more capacity from outside. Why is that not possible right now? Munatina woman no sign.
No, honestly, you're beginning to become my good friend. Yes, thank you very much. Nia Joman cannot sign because Nkasamunia will find Memin Konevolo, and I also on the list because a crisis letter. Because the Fanana Tamal plans for Munia go Ulman Fuelo Soto in Lotale. They have some technical problems. If Pongola Konotaji, it may Pongo Sindino. So, Nila contractual agreement, Mimbe Nitema, it will don't fulfill. That is the 20 megawatt. But Ndolka Tambino Wala, sometimes we can even take 60, 70 to 80. But Nila Contraco, that is there. Right now, as I'm talking to you, we are receiving today in the afternoon, we are receiving up to 47 from Senegal through OMVG, from Senegal to OMVG.
So this is where the energy security. This is where the energy security comes in. Because, for example, Natra Atolka generate only 50% of the capacity alcohol generate. Nim problemo nga alkata from Senegal and another source. Saying nin crisis soto to dunia kono. Jani Senegal ba follow ko nga Gambia supply. Ibe follow le fango mirala. Yes, Senegal be issue soto kande, but it's not like this. It's not. It's not like what we are going through because it all means Sotokang, Janiba extra capacity atolla, they will make sure yela more supply follow because they don't want to go through right now what we are going through. So wala tina ni molko energy security nga katam fangoe mfonka asotom fangoe wala kumata nga rely on foreign sources because na tata duta foreign sources janimba follow Gambian ol mbe yal follow supplier. So is that why this is happening?
No, absolutely not. You see, Fatou, it coming for it's very important. But now it depends on Mullah understanding how the context. You see, Ntolu, when this crisis started, we knew something could happen. As an institution, the first thing we do, because we know we will be able to bring back our machines, the first thing we did, we stock both gasoline and heavy fuel. I think Dr. Manning was talking about heavy fuel, Buba Badjie and oil. So that when our machines are on, even if that war didn't stop for some time, at least we have something to run off with. Other countries, they have the plant, they cannot run them because they don't have the fuel. But what I'm telling you is, since the crisis started, our contractual agreement and nomination, in electricity, you do nomination. You understand? Now, nomination with Senegal, the contractual, government you understand, monkey. I think it happened only 2 days or no, 2 days. No, there's this worst day, a day before Tobaski or 2 days before Tobaski. I can't remember. That was a day that was so terrible that a lot of places were off. I only think only lockdown only malak. But other than that, they were giving us whatever agreement near me. For energy security part, we are moving into that. We have spent from the past 2 years, we have spent over $4 million just to make sure that we are fixing those machines. Today, we are able to bring in 10 megawatt instantly with G5, and we are trying to work on to get that 20 megawatt and the other 12 megawatt. You see, what this energy security, that's what I'm calling it. For the first time in the history, Gambian Nenema roadmaps on electricity, even good policies were not there. But thanks to this, when we what we all call the new dispensers, when it came, things came coming in 2018, 2019, until those things were there. At least what are we doing now is to work within that framework for I understand the frustration of the Gambian people, which coming from Mali, I appreciate and then we feel it because Fatou, you see it's your right. But what I am saying is at now it's not like Nima understand. You tell a layman ko $1 million or 400 million and I think it's not fair. You need to go and give a breakdown. What 400 million? Yeah, didn't approve because we were not given the 400 million as claimed by Manneh. That Altali generation capacity bill. No. Yes, we in the interim we have these new dispensers have given us three brand new engines. 2 of them are now running. The other one is on maintenance. The other engines that Mr. Manneh talked about that they are ready for independence, they are older than me. But that's the situation. There was never a serious investment in the energy sector. Gambia farmer from 89 for this new dispensation. So imagine 89 to 2016 or 2017. Where were we? It's a problem.
It's a problem. So let me bring Madi.
As a country, I just want, like, I'm appealing to Manneh and others. It's important. They know better. Mr. Manneh knows better than the Buba Badjie because he was there. He was in the banks and all this. But let him also go back to those pages and bring us the breakdown. The money is given to Nawek. He has spent Nyadile. Because it's clearly there. But it will be unfair.
But Roman can Mr. Manneh do, but when we tell last year.
No, Mr. Manneh do because Mr. Manneh last Yes, Mr. Manneh.
Yes, Buba, you cannot blame Mr. Manneh or the banks for your inefficiencies. When banks finance your projects, it's your projects. You come to the banks with your projects, the banks don't tell you what to do. Actually, finance. Banks do not determine with your projects. And your priority number 1 should be generation. Generation or generation capacity dialla. Banks will be impose follow. Fulanjang. Why is it that Altul Bika Fenke, Funu was when a crisis can before Alnata on inside is 10 years this government is in place. The energy roadmap was there from 2017. Hanikabi Mamfenkeno to have 50 megawatts of power. Install capacity in this country is under 50 megawatts. The actual output is less than 50 megawatts by far. So, Ntola energy independence and sovereignty, I give an example of Niger. Niger was getting 70% of its electricity from Nigeria. When the ECOWAS crisis started, Nigeria just turned off the power supply. All of a sudden, Niger was in the dark. People were dying in the hospitals because there was no power available for operations. Why do we have to outsource our energy independence, that critical sector, to the outside world? How is it that after 10 years of the Barrow government, a serious government, after 10 years, should be able to generate 150 megawatts of power for this country? Next door, Senegal, Malikunda station. Malikunda is 150 megawatts. Solar. They produce it in less than 3 years. Why is it that in 10 years we cannot produce 150 megawatts in this country? It's lack of planning, it's lack of foresight, it's lack of proper implementation of your own development agenda. So you cannot blame the development partners for that. The development partners don't impose on you what to do. Finance. That is one point. Secondly, in spare parts will because you manufacture it for you. But you know which spare parts are the ones you order them in advance. Managing a government in a country is forward planning. You know that your car, you will have to change the oil filters, the air filters and all those, and you plan for that ahead. You know which parts of the engines are going to go back very quickly. You start planning those ahead and you order them. 1. 2, why isn't that you guys, everybody's moving from heavy fuel to gas power? Senegal, they are transforming, and will be. They are transforming all of their plants to gas to power. They are moving their turbines and moving them to gas. Why can't you also plan that here? Why can't you bring in more install capacity into this country? So it's too easy. Don't blame for Allah failures and Allah lack of planning. It's too easy. Mr. Manneh, will look at the plans. Mr. Manneh and other people and the development for finance will finance. I'll plan, I'll operationalize. That is upon you, not on the development partners. But a lot of people say because you've done so much that you can't come and say, no, far, which is not true. Who told him that? You see, you're not giving the Gambians the truth. So I always try to spin.
No.
So,
Manneh, you are touching a point that is very important here. I'm sorry to interject at this point. I'm sorry. If I have break the protocols, I'm truly sorry.
You are the main man here.
I may not say sorry to Madi, but I can say sorry to Manneh. Let me tell you.
Go ahead. You are the main man here.
No, Mr. Manneh, you see, I want us to be clear. You see, when I speak, when I was talking, I did not say that we are blaming the development partners. No, I did not say that. What I said clearly is the monies that you are mentioning. You see, Manneh, I am not one. Let me repeat those words. But what I'm telling you is the development partners. No, but wrong. Let me tell you. I'm a trained engineer. I'm not just born in communication. I'm a trained engineer talking to you. But let me put this straight. The fact here is, I did not blame I'm not blaming the funding partners or whatever. No, I mean you in particular, who is talking to me and talking to the Gambian people. I said, you know better. No, wait. I said, you know better that those monies that were given to us, or that money that you say we are pumped based on certain factors. As we said, at the time, what was requested, that was monies we are given based on the requests. That is fact. But what I'm telling you is there are also, other, avenues where we are creating to have a new capacity in this country. That is why we came up with a project of 150 megawatt solar plant. And even before that, before the end of the 23 megawatt, we already started the procurement or the negotiation of the 150, which 50 is the first one. So telling us that we do not do that, I think that's unfair. Go back to the roadmap, it is there. What I am telling you is, I don't think I need what I said, and I will repeat. I don't lie to the Gambian, and I cannot, because I want to walk the street freely. Whatever the plans of the government did fail or did not fail, that is not me. But at NAWEC, what is important and what we are doing, that is what I am aware of. And I can tell you for free and tell Gambians that here, what is happening today, we are on track and we did not wait for a problem. I said, we were on maintenance from January coming up when this problem came. But even before that, when we saw this happen and we knew our machines will not be ready, at the same time, we call a press conference to inform the Gambian people, to say, and that was on 8th of April, we said, look, this war, if it doesn't stop, it is going to, at a certain point, it will affect us as it affects us today. Though we never thought it is going to go to this magnitude. Coming back to the last point, energy security. You see, our contractual agreements are not just like that of Nigeria and Niger. I know about it, and I can give you breakdown of why it happened and what was the reasons that happened there. It was not only an ECOWAS breakdown, but that's one thing. Maybe the Gambians does not. But what is important is for energy security we are working on, and inshallah very soon we'll bring up another engine. But our internal local capacities today, we are definitely working on it. But again, as I'm saying, electricity is a tradable commodity. If sourcing it outside is a problem, then the whole world is in a problem. OMVG lines were built. You and I, our parents, or I don't know, but our parents, the forefathers that brought in OMVG, this was one of the reasons. We trade, it's agriculture, we want the environment, the energy. We just started with energy, but a lot of things are happening in the OMVG. But what I'm saying here is, we also have our own plans, and then the plans that we have is to make sure that we have 150 megawatt, so that tomorrow we can also export electricity. We can also sell it to other countries.
How soon can we get to that place where we can fund ourselves, we can generate for ourselves and be able to sell? Because
this is simple mathematics.
There were claims made. Let me finish. There were claims made that we are making so much that you guys have to even switch some of the machines off. Those claims were made here, and today we cannot see that. Also, for example, in Senegal, Senegal, power plants were built on solar power plants.
Fatou, can I come in quickly?
And okay, go ahead, Mr. Manneh. Go ahead.
Mr. Badjie Kamwele, energy is indeed a tradable commodity, and that is why we help set up things like the West Africa Power Pool to be able to trade energy within West Africa, in addition to OMVG, Manantali, and all of those things. Yes, it's a tradable commodity, but in some commodities, even though they are tradable, even though they are cheaper to source from outside, for your own strategic priorities, you make sure that you produce those locally. And if you want to outsource part of the production generation capacity outside, you do that, but it's in a limited capacity. What, Mr. Badjie, can you tell us, what is our installed capacity in the Gambia? What is our output in electricity? Compared to what we need, after 61 years of independence, after 10 years of the Barrow regime, I think it's very unambitious for a country to say that after 10 years of a government, you blame the lack of a roadmap on other governments that came before you. We are not interested in that. That is past. That's history. What we are talking about is this current government, which has been here for 10 years. In 10 years, what has this government done? What has NAVEC done over the past 10 years to put an end to this misery? Why can't we have enough installed capacity to give us 70 to 80% of our energy needs? Why can't we have at least 70 to 80% of the energy needs covered from here?
He wants to come in and answer that. He wants to come in and answer
that. Before you, it seems that's it's a statement, but you ask a question immediately. For the past 10 years, what have happened in this country is we are able to decongest, thanks to the support of the government, we are able to decongest our network. We are able to change our old transformers that we have, giving us a lot of energy losses. We are able to change.
Maybe start by telling us what is the installed capacity and what is the actual output right now.
I'm coming. I'll come to
the installed capacity.
All right. Okay, Mr. Manneh will let you one. Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead.
I will. Honestly, I will give you, because this is nothing to hide. But I am telling you, for the past 10 years, what has happened in the energy sector, or for the past 8 years, because let's say serious 8 years. Yes, what had happened is, it is the first time we were able to energize over 719 communities that have never seen electricity from independence. They've never even seen a bulb light, except only when the moon shines that time they see light. We're able to give 719 for that. We were able to move it from 50% of Gambians having electricity, or less than that, to 90% of Gambians having access to electricity. This is one aspect. Another aspect is we are able to bring in at least a trial of a 23 megawatt solar plant today up and running. Again, within that period also, we are able to put up 150 megawatt solar plant. We've secured the land, looking for funding, and then at least now we are coming to close the 50 megawatt. That's another thing. Coming to the installed capacity, for the sake of time, yes, today, because let me put it as of today, because I'm not giving a history. You don't want history. But you can bring history, but you don't want the answers to the history. But what I'm saying in Nyanjo, or I don't know, but what we have today, what is up and running, is 47, 48.
Okay.
Yes,
47, 48. 47,
yes, that is what is today. Today, I'm not saying tomorrow, because another engine can come in. Let me be very clear on record. What I have, because I'm looking at it, right? I'm talking to you. I'm looking at the dispatch center, what they are getting. That is what I'm looking at. So, and that's
what is the actual output from that installed capacity?
This is what I'm giving you now. What the output, the installed capacity. If you put all everything together, you are going around 63. But that is not being produced right now as we are talking. What is available now? This minute that we are talking, it's 47. Now that 47 plus the 20 that we are collecting from Senegal, right, or from Senegal through the OMVG, added to that, you are above 60, and that's why you are able to load set, and then not to load set people to go beyond 10 hours, except on otherwise.
So how long?
I think.
Go ahead.
No, you see, you have to ask how long are we going to load set, right?
For how long are we going to continue like this? Because for me, I don't understand all these technicalities, and I know a lot of Gambians watching. We don't understand. What we understand is having power, be able to have our fridge running, our ACs running, our lights running, and able to even charge the minimum, our telephones to be able to charge them. For how long are we going to be dealing with what we're dealing with right now?
Thank you very much. Fatou, this is a very important question. This is the general question everybody is asking, including my family. They will ask me this question, can you appear with this stop? Yes, that is what we are doing. What I said, and I'll repeat. Presently, what we're doing is trying to bring in our internal generations as quick as possible. We're working on that. But also, we are doing everything humanly possible to make sure we are getting enough, we are getting more from our external partners. And as we speak, also for on the 9th, coming to the 10th, WAP have even sent a communique because all regions are now together, working together to see how we try to minimize these load settings. But Fatou, this load shedding I'm talking, I want somebody to Google it and maybe share the screen and give. I'll look at all the West African countries on load shedding. No single country is in West Africa today not load shedding. Right now, as we are speaking, check it and prove me wrong. But I know Madi will tell me I'm not interested in Gina Conakry. I'm interested in the Gambia. Yes, we are load shedding.
I beg to differ on that.
So can we have Madi here?
Load shedding.
Okay, let's have Madi. Okay, Madi. No problem.
Madi, Madi, please come because if you are watching, let me know. I want to know where you are and since when has your power gone off? If you're watching, because even this Lord said yes. If you're watching and you're in the comment section, allow for nyebe area jumalto and in kabiru muntu male famata kuran sotola. Because ngal ne kontela so kono kuran so kabiru kono. Go ahead, Madi.
Because just one Madia. Mr. Badjie, about the install capacity output, I beg to differ on that. It's not correct. But we'll come to that. Madi, we'll come to that.
Okay. Go ahead, Madi.
Okay. Well,
So thank you. So Father Benjamin, bring Buba Badjie Lamin for. Clearly, you can see ko nawek be busy in back. Yeah, be busy in back. And it is like the rest of the government are very busy. But yalong ka busy, and kudute, there are two different things. To be busy and to be effective are not the same.
Okay.
All right. They have a roadmap 2021-2040. And they have identified issues there. And issues, Lamin raised them, it will find the for the technical operational problems will follow. The financial problem will follow, the governance issues follow. And the technical problems, lack of maintenance, you all base at a jail. The financial, mismanagement issues, you all base at a jail. The governance interference, you all base at a jail. And that is the point, I guess, and maybe Lamin. Because got wrong to look at the surface, like what is happening right now, like Bubaka may emphasize. Then we will sympathize with Navek. We will agree with Tonya and Navek may back at a can. But then I think that a man that it be. Because, for example, Buba Fanko Kotu, a 10%, 10 megawatts, Ebola producer. Ako Brikama, the two machines are 6 and 4. That is 20.
Yes.
You understand? Now, the installed capacity Kotu is 40 to 45 megawatts. Brikama, the same thing. So the issue now is why Kotu be only 10% bondika. Now, 10%, 10 megawatts, need a roadmap. Imagine the problems may have for may Navek Batandi. Imagine the problem on Hanisa will never carry maintenance problems and so on, the corruption and the inefficiency you will never carry. Now, at the Fanko, crisis can heavy fuel Jamal store. So the most in Garoke, so now you store side. Manakaral Madundi Kotu and Imbrikama at a full capacity. Yeah. But what they cannot because if Alman maintenance and Masim Kutol, Ngama last Masim Kutol Messenger is 1989. Ngama mistake totally because 2006, 2007, bring a Brikama on the Ajame Masul Natina. Yeah, and 2021, of course, borrow another 20 or 25 megawatts installed in Brikama. So, but Kodi Jamala Dundaje, so the Kodo men Nangamo men Lamin Kafo, Akumatale, and Moteo doyandi nola ye o jekendi karana comme Buba ta kan kake nyamen kafu ko ha yalo nawe fanna jamal le bije nawe fanna jamati je generation nam and in transmission and in distribution. You understand? Well, project one mel benata na kuro mel benata ara leto. But you see reference keno to Niger, Warante, Guinea or Senegal and so on. Fatu nyimu governance problem to me along ko African but they bring an independence. 1965 Kwame Nkrumah knowing ko energy la kumaya banko la jiriwa banko la tanko alak banko la foroyato ay adunta akosombo dam project ko kono me alon ko mono ko fa nyamata le kaduo project ko kono me alon ko more or less ay banko fa be mortgage pour que to the companies mele akosombo dam lo akosombo dam 1965 la yelta it was the biggest dam in the world but Nkrumah ko banko member industrialized nola ila banko dingul I hammo ila baluwa ba ila everything ila yiriwa ka sabatindi wote keno industrialization koma and industrialization de soto nola damantang ma energy soto wa ko sombo dam ye was running countries jamal le supply bini nata gana wa ko sombo dam amantera la full capacity partly to a large extent mismanagement and corruption successive governments in Nigeria and banking. If you go to Senegal, you go to Guinea, even dam Ivory Coast, even dam Tarajele and so on and so forth. But the governments will fail to make sure ye efficient energy system than the more melanco monkey and the Majikudi because Bankudo for the melanco when independence in 1965 is Singapore. Singapore my energy problem also. And the energy Anapana add in the more block. The energy monkey who currently melanco. I mean Banku Jalebe electricity stop like a more but a matter of electricity bukata. So this is the issue until after Buba and now I can understand. I read their roadmap. You understand? Yeah, targets will kije. Yeah, sources will kije for generation. For example, renewable energy. You understand? Now, Ndefe Kilimbe Jambu 23 megawatts. Now if Navek leadership sort of that is visionary, that has ambition. The energy situation member in the Gambia, you realize that probably the focus is on renewable energy. Because if you can have a plant in Jambu costing $26 or $27 million and producing 23 megawatts. Now, if you have 5 of that in the 5 administrative regions, then energy sovereignty, energy independence, electricity for electricity. You understand? Now, how do we make sure that therefore Jambur repeats in every region of this country for multiply regional plus also? Yes. So, many tempo mental thing. Mesti for no drone crisis management. Now we do it right now. And ye bubala kumo normal. A koto. Membe budget drone. Coming sign. Tinyaro keta dadaro mba dadara nyambe sukiro kela nyadile. Medulal part la nyadile. So hani sign now we may for Lundi, even with the roadmap and strategy. Membe lori sante. Even with that. Now we mandatory lori in a situation me alonko. Ibe electricity foroya di la Gambia. Yeah. It so happens crisis it a local crisis in this regional problem. But I live in Kembuche. They have noticed the kind of service in Gambia was even better during Jame's time. When Jame was here in Kembuche and Castilla Karkiling. Mendamero Kurambu Kafa 24/7. But since 2017 to date, the number of course is more than when Jame was here. So, as a customer experiencing electricity, I have noticed the service Gambia enjoy digitally, and it has become more expensive also. But the long and short of it is that is why at the beginning, fonga keni hakili mayala nga miro tamandi je famma jiwe sotong and nga tiluni tonya buta that nawek anybody member nawek nyaton kayala mo ni member nawek nyanta deep reflection nakela ko nawek kata nyame am sustainable am sustainable at all imantari la masul melbe ko mantra maintain in fact by now nawek nyante mi na fa ko tu fon nyanta buru kala nyame fa nga transfer because ko tu sila fela ketam akena start ho tema so nawek nyante mi na ba ko tu fa be da nyanta bola jele all right but ko tu amantari maintain ka because how can Kotu be producing 10%? I mean 10 megawatts. That is scandalous. I mean, you know, how can they have become 6 and 4 megawatts? So Nawek has internal problem for Nawek call Buba na la mol if only son ko problem because Nawek man can defend the 2017 Gambia government, a British organization, Auditors General employee, E&Y company farm to audit 7 SOEs. And who report Buba or report on I mean, I'm so Lamin Yao report on a problem be a member for Naga Promoto. Naga from Brina Yella own roadmap that 2021 to 2040. You call year repeat. Yo, Auditor General, you call Mel Bay starter. You know, a report all. You go and look at Auditor General report from 2017 to date. Even now, constantly management problems and problems. I mean, Auditor General performance audit from water supply. Now, water system from Benjamin, you know, I must say from Gambia more and Pompu Jiomi. Yeah, because and the quality is poor. And your report, it is worrying. National Assembly, committee on government projects, it attended another seasonal visit. Yena report delay, and they have raised many things. So the man upon now report jelebang, for your report jenken the Karabang, yaje, and so on. But for now I'm calling see, ye report jibe properly, ye found cross. Because Kujaman ben nawek the mega banda fananga Kujaman la nawek, you know, in terms of the management, in the leadership, the board, ikatanyameng, yaje. There is a lot of corruption there, there is a lot of conflict of interest. All right. And so obey is a problem. Now, as managing directors, they are running companies or, you know, they are suppliers to Nawek. More than Nawek, they became suppliers and they become contractors to Nawek. Whatever conflict of interest coolness. Yes. So Kujamal, Pranjamal, Ben Nawek, and Nawek needs a new managing director. Malongo is not involved with the sector as an operator. Yeah, it needs a board. Malongo, they are not people now with vested interest in energy. But all they know is accountability, service delivery, and results. And you are make sure you never transform into that manner. But never it's not sustainable. So many programs because June 15, but in another timetable when the men for June 29 for June 30. But come in row, patch it wrong because having for June 30, it will come and make it original promo day banta. Having signed mbelori nyameng among Sahaya because you know 80% of na electricity is coming from outside. When you banku di wording kijo franale ko Gambia belori coming lamini afo nyameng Nigeria bari teleka is Niger supply bri e kusoro ECOWAS sanctions you know ko sara woni o bon Niger e promotion wo man get something difficulty promo for yo faham wo oche so des ino la jang na electricity abumba be ka banam banta. Now electricity bankor can no supply electricity. If you go to Europe, you see Germany supplying electricity to Poland. You see Netherlands giving electricity to Belgium. You see France getting electricity from Italy. But it's so strategic in such a way that among the bulk of the French energy is coming from outside. No. Yeah, and sometimes private companies are found in France buying energy from a neighboring country in Italy or Germany or Belgium. But you know, the French energy system would a foreign country or a foreign entity. You know. So you promote address that because 2017 it's a lake power not in Nigeria. Yeah. wo billion collect jang atata bari amma molla lodula ama yiri wande ama fali still na energy problem a tata nyame a to nyale ite natale ite nimbe nata yadi ibitay na ata lodula no yo this data Senegal side a roadmap mesoto by this 2025 ni na roadmap jibe your target milk by 2025 only 19% of the energy nyanda from foreign sources only 19%. But in Senegal me bendi gamola ngamera nama 80%. As that. So meaning in our roadmap it will finally fail. Yeah. So this is the problem. And so come in Lamania for Yame, Kuta yung ko manama ke inefficiency, corruption, poor leadership, and that is it. Yeah, but more for us, come in for aning hakilola, aning tilun toja ka for ko. Navet 1996 to that. Come in Gabo Yame Nadiam follow. You bravo mera yung corona very independent. You understand? To abola for the corona, but we will prove landing Latina payment. But bring independence to Ghana Republic in 1970. 1972, in Jews di London. What Jews in 1972, what Pranamon Ndakalo Baka Watombe school, Nka Kuramala Nasoko Bakao. At the same time, Costondolomana, the voltage was so low. You understand? What Pram Siva Sonda? Ebesila Ikameko, we apologize, engine number 10 has a problem. Engine number 8, engine number 5. Oh, John Damasceno, John Damasceno. Oh, 80s, you don't remember the 1980s, what all, Canada 1990s, no remember. But 1990, 1992, through executive order, UHC, now I mean, GUC for the UHC. Well, USC Kono in a company, MSG, Management Services, Gambia Limited, French company law. Yeah, and only promotion, 1996. Yeah. 1996, probably a lot of investment went to Nawek, or like GUC, like UHC, and so on. But then, the promise ye lahidi ya mamel lahi. Bring Jawara be GUC, Yaman Lakaka, UHC, ye lahido dile ko kurang promotion and Gambia Abandone. Yo, Paramamba. Yeah, Jamme, I Kalile, I La Hiroli, I Mosinandi, in fact, Kununko, I put it on my Facebook page. In 2002, Yajameko, he has given red card to Nawek. There was a time I Nawek found management Beleta as State House under him as the Minister of Energy, Minister of Nawek. What are you Banko Kanajang Fatou? Yo, the middle beto, but in 2017, Occupy Westfield. Fundingal will the Kokurang Guan Kudur. But only a quarter at a sea at another coat. That I helmet will be Dunje, yeah, Tamandi, a Pareka could December day, Kurang Gobekala Kudimanka, a Banan in Banco. So 10 years, today is 10 years.
My battery is going down, Fatou.
Okay, go ahead.
That is not fun. Go ahead. No,
honestly, I just put it up to no change. No, Madi Jobarteh, no, Madi low. Madi Ibatung, let me tell you. No, Madi, you see, I like that.
Buba, before
I like that deliberation. Though.
Buba, before you jump, the Amusa intenti nila telephone over the telephone do switch because you have to be here. This is very important because Dr. Manneh from Bina in so the
no, it is important. But Fatou,
I'm using a power bank.
No, don't worry. I'm not. No, I don't have a problem. My other phone is here. I'll connect. But what I'm saying, what I want to put across is. You see, Madila deliberation of Fatou, it's very good. I mean, na young ding will be say la moy ye karange. Fine. Nama agree kudola that but ngara opinion or respect le. Painting us as corrupt, inefficient, bad leadership, all those things. It's normal. This is why I love this democracy. Because well, this is good and it's healthy. You know, then do fana another from mole bi mi ka gaso so ata be go. Ni be corruption of ka nga bula. But I away from that, you see what I want Madi to understand and everybody listening is Fatou. Madi, I'm happy that I can reading girl because I wrote map for coming for William. That is fact. But what I'm telling Madi is yes, and that is what we are working towards the target. Madi can compare ni Murula. We are comparing apples and oranges. You see, Senegal are coming for the investment of the coming achieve this. They once have this problem because they were having problem of investment. Go back to the record, the Mademba Sok days. What happened in Senegal? They came up with a massive, investment, and they went to a lot of IPPs. That's why today they are there. But Senegal, remember they have gas and oil, Madi, and Mr. Manneh and Fatou and any other party. Don't know how don't use to run away. I'm not saying we are perfect. I'm not going to sit here and say we are 100% perfect. No, we have our shortfalls. And then we are happy that people are telling us this is your shortfall so that we work on it. I am happy to listen to that. Wallahi. But in efficiency, Madika Mimpo, honestly, I agree because that's his own way. He could put it that way, no problem. But what I'm telling Madi is, Ndolga effort sol min keta, I know. You know, the effort in Ndolga Minke from 2018 to date, I was there the whole of the 22 years where I entered Nawegele and I saw what was happening. I know the type of engines that came. Either Madi Alonde, Ndangalong, and any genuine Gambian alone, the types of engine that came in those years. We celebrated engines that we are not brown new engines. I don't want to go into those histories because maybe that may not help the audience. But what I'm telling you, and I did not even say Godila, I said, during 1989, Masumol Sanda, a new one, Doman Sang, for this new dispensation, they've bought 3 new engines, which is true. But my brother, remember, Tia and where Kenya maintenance in our Nyam. It's not that we don't wall at the maintenance that no. I'm not going to them, be the not so more than I'm So the most important thing is well I'm Indico, don't mean a sign thing. I'm not the fire party cover just no. Maintenance we carry the cabinet because we want to make sure that energy security in our sort of. If Kappa was here today, we will have the same problem. Kappa was only giving us 27, 28, 30. Malabika Bangol to for B. If operate Banku Fulamian go B, Mantra Malakang, because Imang lubricant or fuel so the Purka Malano. You can't do a means and of fuel. You see, by the time we are done with this maintenance, we will be up and running because we have what to run. You see, that is what we even for Madinda quarter planning, we have planned something. That's why we have stopped HFO because Sabakana. So now that we don't talk no. This deal, remember, and go to Mafia only. What I'm saying today, as we are talking, the engine running in Kotu is at 10 megawatt. That's what I said. We have 3 to 4 engines on maintenance at Kotu, Mampare. There are even plans already. Payments are already done, even to bring back G6, the famous G6. I think you remember the Danila engine because of Allah Jamanol. But I'm telling you, all those efforts are there, and in fact. That is why I am organizing, we are going to organize a video caravan so that people will come and see real time what is happening. Madi, I agree. We have our shortfalls. I agree. We lie wala. But I like Jamal Bijema Walter because we have our own opinion on this. Now corruption because evidence them I tell you. When you come to the water,
No.
I personally, I was lucky. No,
wait. Our corruption is opinion. That is fact.
No, but okay, wait. Not before my party goes. Wait. No, that is become easy. Madi, I don't speak for the government. I speak for Nawek. You see, you talked about the water sector. In fact, that tech committee led by the MP for Brikam or something Sani, I cannot remember, is the chairman. I went with him round in this country from every station. According to audit is different. Go and check the report. Ndola water is best. Ask WHO. Billahi wa ta'ala. I drink that water. And I will not lie to you. Because my family drinks that water. Yes, we have one of our stations was having some issues, which they picked and we fixed it. And that's why we have audit reports. But I am telling you, our water is as safe as anything. And within this sub-region B, moment all this water coming from our taps. That's fetching water. Nobody is dealing a bowl to give you water. So if our water was not good, it got James coming. But that's jokes aside. But on a serious note, this is what we call a country. I like coming for it. Bring in solutions. Tell us solutions because we are there, not because intelligent. No. We are lucky to be there. And the contract we have with the government people is to give them uninterrupted electricity and adequate water. That's the contract. Whether we fulfill that contract or not, that's the question. If you ask me, I say no, we did not fulfill it to the fullest. There are shortcomings, and those shortcomings, we are trying to work on them and then make it to become the fullest. Now I'll try to change. I have 1%, I'll change my battery, and then perhaps I'll come again before Mr. Manneh come on. But this is the situation. We are not shying away from that.
No,
that's why I'm here talking to
you. You should hear me. You should hear me before you go. Because Buba
No, go ahead, sir.
Yes, Buba Akola installed capacity is 67 megawatts, but its output is 47, which is not correct. Managing director told they are outsourcing 80% of their power from outside. If their output was 47, they would be outsourcing 80% of their supply.
No, you misquote me. No, wait. A point of observation. No, Madu. Wait, let me clear this. I think we are not.
No. You listen to me now.
Wait.
You listen to me.
No. I want to clear this because it's very important. What I said, what we have as we are talking today, when I last checked at 5, 6 something, what was available today. I'm telling you what is on. Whenever on site, whenever supply comes into the system, the grid, I have real time. That's what I am giving you. I am not telling you that 80% that is a fact. We are getting 80%, 60%.
Well, you can say that. We cannot verify that. We cannot verify that now. But your managing director told us that 80% of your power is outsourced. If 80% is outsourced, you can have 47%. Yeah, that's what you're telling us. How do we know that? Because your manager is saying something different. Okay. Now, if you are outsourcing 80%, you cannot have 47 megawatts output. Because your needs, as you all said yourself, is about 105 megawatts. So if you are producing 47, it's about 50% or 53% of what you are outsourcing from outside. And a manager found when you are able to output 50 megawatts, the problem will get better. So which means you are away from 50 megawatts. So 47 is close to 50. So what you are telling us and what your managing director was telling us are different. Okay? So, but now this is the problem. You're always trying to sugarcoat things. You're always trying to spin. You are telling us, Hanna family, they don't have a choice, do they? And the water, that doesn't mean it's good quality. It's the quality that Madi is talking about. It's not whether geodiatale or not. We're talking of the quality of your water. And you cannot tell us it's the best quality in the sub-region. That's not true. You see, Ninkuma problem will solve. We have to start by accepting the reality. And that is the fact. Because for years now it's the same narrative. When is that going to end? The box stops with you, not somebody else. Stop telling us that's what we're interested in. Okay? And the other thing, I'll come in for washing machine because of Nawe. Last week, microwave flange generator. And it's across the country. And we want to phone because they are insolvent. I can't 1 minute, 2 minutes, you're doing that to everybody in this country. In addition to not having enough power, this is unacceptable. And you have to start by accepting the reality. But for the past 30, 40 years, now it is excuse upon excuse and crisis management upon crisis management. That has to stop. Performance contracts have to be signed, and apparently you've signed performance contract. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. Performance contracts have to be signed, and there has to be consequences. There have to be consequences for not performing to requirements. You have service level agreements. You have to be able to produce those service level agreements. But you have your NAWEC board. You have SOE. So this duplication of structures and bodies, and we pay for all of those, and we are getting more and more inefficient. Why are we having all of those structures that we're paying for? Why are we paying for the NAWEC board? Why are we paying for the SOE commission? For you to become even more inefficient. Why? These are the things you need to address. So NAWEC has to sit up and own up and stop passing the buck to other people. It stops with you. The problem is NAWEC. The data problems can be we are all moving around our houses. Because then tomorrow, to look at it, the second house. We are rolling for around 7 o'clock. So I thought that Bima Sotlali. Namian house, I have solar there. That's what I work on. But I came to this second house because I thought, as usual, we would have power from about 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. Be 2 hours and that's happening all the time. Almost 24 hours, no power. But this is something that is becoming endemic in this country. And every time we're lurching from one crisis to another. And NAWEC has had how many managing directors, how many ministers, how many changes? Nothing has improved. I mean, it's so amazing that a country can be telling us that we cannot produce 50 megawatts. Or we are shooting for 50 megawatts. We are shooting for 100 megawatts. After 61 years of independence. Come on, you've got to be more ambitious than that.
Is it because somebody told me NAWEC Niaje it's cheaper for NAWEC to buy from outside than to generate themselves. But for me, in the argument, I don't know whether that is true, but until argument to me the security finance aspect of it, ni kasan Senegal, waran Guinea, waran Conakry, ni problem or si fal nata. Because, for example, being al ne bankol kan dunia kono mimbe kere. Kodi hani ning Iraq ning US ning Israel ning bomo bekere Strait of Hormuz ni asrong isan sola nani nyaka abe kolea ka nyami isan sol be lafa aka wol be mu issues leti min nyanta contribute to problems around the world, right? Now ni wosi falketa Gambia is not particular Gambia da mamanta affect la wala banku dol be affect la, for example. Now not reka order from Senegal, it take a bulk of ila source kabo Senegal ning if you're taking 80 sometimes for 90 something from Senegal eka dolta banku dolto sa ni wo problem si fa bekeri ya mira Senegal ba dile tel la bang febe mole follow safla ini la contractual agreement hani wo fa ni ma savno nata ta dute mete savno abe jarle tela contrago fongo sacrifice than yela mol because these have political implications on governments. Fonga from Mafo, I know you are not a politician, Buba, but these have political implications on governments. So Basiru Jomai Fai will prioritize other people than Gambia supply. So andunga minje natro Carola. Fuel problem o again a problem Donald Trump Iran bomb kang every day science nako anyanta bomb mikela tonight akaya suspend le follow so the more Iranian olko e silo ni soronne vessel tetambila so nayatra this is part of NAWEC la problemo woto akamta ko ale timeline follow mindi a failed tamimu 15 hani alle ni June 30 ni wo fananata hopefully wo fanambekela problemoti so saying 10 years into this investment will be na the World Bank being ajele economy dundi Mr. Maneka economy that was pumped in NAWEC. What else atulbe munekelaka make sure we don't just rely on people outside but we are generating more than 15 coming ke sign tente. Buba.
Mon 50
You see, let me come back to that.
Yeah.
Unanyanjo ila mwe zamani drink water ila mwe Jamie or ndongolo kwenye nana ndogo sera. You see,
no, I don't need to drink water. You cannot spin this by trying to be funny or whatever. That's a serious problem. Deal with the problem. Don't stop trying to be funny or whatever. This is more than a joke.
Now it's my No, this is what I'm saying is no, on a serious note. But come on, we are not in a war zone. That's what I'm doing here. Whatever I am telling you is the reality. I don't need to give you any wrong thing. But also, I love to cooking. You see, you mentioned a lot of things because when you talk, you talk on Nawek, you bring the general Gambian problem, all those things. I'm also a Gambian. But what I want to make clear, that is the area I know. I don't want to talk about issues I don't know because but what I'm telling you, it's unfortunate. I'm sorry for that. But let me tell you, Nawek Amancheko, and then I want those people to understand this always. You see, it's a system. System, anything can happen. Fluctuation can happen. Check it anywhere in the world. But we are working to make sure more protection on a daily basis. We are working to improve them. And things are changing. The amount of electricity, the amount of our power cuts is different. For the past, from January, for the past 11 months, before the crisis, you were not having this. Something had happened. And we said it had happened. As we are the one, you tax us with that responsibility. We're trying to fix it. So all we need now is the general support so that we'll be able to fix it. Yes, you can complain, which is your right. Tell us this is wrong and this is right. It's your right. We understand and we appreciate. But what I'm saying here is, Mabotije, amange kuloti, control that demand, the complete demand of a nation. Abe ajama aseme maka bona bandal tonyala. But ko mandara fere landika nimi wo foy boy dankan. Because nga fere landile and mbo do ko lekke kan. Wala tina nga jeki ta nga tang nati. Nga 10 megawatt nati into the system. And no 200 or 20 megawatt and in 12 bomb chodi kan ni alen demo pareto banambala as another plus. Ni men nada la kan bandala, then it's fine. But what I'm saying is, plan will be the pundol fananga energy security. Well, na roadmap. But Madi correct me if I'm wrong. Na roadmap la 100% electricity. Afanya umundu malde. Mom puta water. Ma will fail. The roadmap is talking about 50% of consumption. And go. This is why huge investment is done in the 2 to 5. Why? Because now we can now transmit from the 2 to 5 and then I think I'll step down to 33. But those are technicalities. But Fatou, ika kodo mimpo Mr. Mane ka kodo mimpo Mari ka kodo mimpo do koden ka kodo mimpo ngo to nyalem kodo dunda na wekle. Idunda fana minna ngaminyi ni galafta kaminke ngawol kele. And today we have decongested the network. Today we have given electricity access to the people. At least I expect Mr. Mane those 719 communities in Alabaraka, and you did a good job for that. At least not only look at the negative, tell me the positive. You cannot tell me for the past 10 years control mandra pengemin negative. And you said no, let me learn. You said wait. You said whether we had a contractual agreement. Yes. We are the only institution in this country salary because of the performance contract in Mamit, which is very painful. They took 5% of our salaries for a complete 12 months in the history of this country. So tell me if we are not a. So we have a contract with the people. We have a contract with OSOE and the board. If we are fulfilling those contracts, they fail the damage, they punish us. Bring that on. Tell us that yes. I think it's important for let's not look at only the negative aspect of Nawek. No, there are positive things that are done, and there are positive things that we are doing. You know this world better than I know because you went there. I am here. But come on, the fact is, yes, there are shortfalls. I agree. Wallahi, I agree. But I'm coming for the positive. Okay, and we have done very well. Yes, we can do better, and we are trying to do better it. Yeah.
Okay.
Madi,
okay.
come.
Madi is leaving. He's leaving, so I'll just give him 2 minutes to wrap up because what Banta no football of an starter, so we'll all wrap up in the next 5 minutes. But Madi will I do yeah. Just another name Madi Botaje, Dr. Mane, and then we close. Madi. Madi. So Mr. Manneh Buba Moile so akamtako na regular timeline of 15 on you fail tale saying they are shooting for 38. I don't know how realistic that is, but coming forward
ma failed honey and ma failed the
15 hani ngala press release o jele no ngala press release o leje ko now alba fo kan ko 38 kodi fo mo ma fo itele afode mte ngala press release leje ko are we still on the timeline is 15?
Timeline, remember the timeline. What we said is at least by the mid of the month. What the managing director is clear. No wait, let me laugh.
Okay.
By the 15th, in fact, 15th by the mid of the month, things will definitely change drastically for the better, and that's what we said. And that is where we are working towards to. So what we said, no matter what, Lord setting means Lord setting it can happen, it cannot happen. If we have enough capacity, why do you Lord say? But anyway, Mr. Manneh, go ahead.
Okay, Mr. Manneh.
Yeah, you see, it's important. For me, we're going to be honest with each other. Management contract.
Okay.
You performed so badly, and 5% taken off the salaries of the management staff. That is not what a performance contract is supposed to be about. Performance contract is if you do not attain your targets, heads roll. People who have been inefficient, who have not been able to manage these structures, are removed and replaced. Whilst the contract is going on, you don't wait for the end of the year to punish. You evaluate as you go along. If you see shortcomings and shortfalls and people not meeting targets, you ask why they didn't meet their targets. If you need train, no year train. If you need financial resources, you provide financial resources within the limits of the reasonable. Link those targets are not attained, heads roll. Not taking 5% of a contract of a salary package here. No, that's too easy. You see, and when you take solutions which are not working, that is on you. When, for example, you guys put an end to car power ship, you remove car power ship, which is good. I always thought that should not happen. We shouldn't use car power ship more than for a temporary short gap measure, 6 months to 1 year, that sort of thing, maximum. Okay. Sorry, somebody's calling. Let me try and stop that.
Go ahead. Yes. So Madi, can you come in and just make your final statement before
the guy is insisting?
Madi just came. Madi, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, I'm also driving because I have another event. But I mean, I think I hear Buba Badjie before, and I said clearly it indicates to me they're very busy. Now the SO in our assessment I meant for that was 2021-2022, and I remember that I objected to communicate 5% across the board. I think that was unfair. Yeah, they should have identified responsible parties exactly, and that measures taken. Coming head should have rolled. Yeah, but there are some people now who know that the punishment should be put on them at all. Because people are down or don't market because the chain of command means accountability stream in a victor, and so such assessments to identify that. But also the performance contract now Buba for. Then at Edward Francis Center for Rights and Justice, we wrote a request for information using the Access to Information Act to the Office of the President. Yeah, to say the performance contract in now time, can we get a copy? And that's the performance contract, and in a month publicized. And Nina now can improve like any other public institution. Such a performance contract should be made public. There's accountability effort. The public should also be there to take part in it. but they can only take part in they know what is there. But that is not. All right. So, like what I remember for really I know it's roadmaps wrong and they have a strategic plan, but they need to review that. All right, and to have a greater assessment that now the right now is not sustainable at a more bundle scale. The electricity problem will come back on. Because actually the main case is for me. Wrong. They are just doing curing. All right. Ebola crisis management law. But to go to NAWEC as a national institution responsible for energy in this country need to go back here. Kaje Gambia foreign la nyadile energy la karot. Nyalon ko fufau. Gambia ala energy better rafon le blokon. And opportunity na certainly in this country. Yeah, now certainly even without bonus and everything else, we have that opportunity. We are seeing and maybe that is not for Buba, and in for NAWEC over there. But the Gambian government, the president, to say, any president meant after this country transformed socio-economically. Fundamentally, as the president carved roads, infrastructure. In that infrastructure, energy is number one.
Number one, yes.
Interrupted supply and affordability. Because, it is one thing of access. Coming in that roadmap, they talk about universal access. That by 2025, there should be 90% universal access. I mean, Kurang bijan kabring in colonial time from the independent kono. I mean, for this moment. But that doesn't mean our homes we have 24/7 uninterrupted power supply. Now, I would now, apart from that guarantee that Mulekana Nambasila, it must have maintenance more the Bokon. Business will stop. Life is stop. It could be maintenance. So, for now, strategically, maintenance. So that in itself tells you go. Is there. But the machine fire a machine killing machine fuller. No for a machine killing my phone because of the maintenance letter. Now what does it make sense? So let management and leadership not necessarily the energy code. I can guarantee you that the telephone correspondent Hanis and Kurama Bank, Mamarul Milano Koto, Mini Solom Sulu in Memenkan. Definitely the energy sovereignty, energy storage in Bangkok. And that is the thinking left of Buba and Mesotong. That is the thinking left of Dallas Stadium, Mesotong, and the NAWEC board. Yeah. And, Sotong, you see, within a matter of 2 years, the government, you have from our budget, you are put into now strategically energy sovereignty. We can get it within 24 months. We can get it. Yes, I mean, how long will it take solar plant law? For example, remember in Burfoot, in Jambu. And I said, strategically thinking, okay. We'll see if I repeat in the region. It is something. Decentralization. I mean, what is now thinking? For example, again, coming in KMC, in Brikama Area Council, BCC, Basa Area Council. It's a new conversation about how can we have regional power pools? Right. So that, in the local councils, because now it's not decentralized. When they see one national grid system, so far no country, no country does that. Countries they don't have one national, energy company. How do you privatize? But can we decentralize it, regionalize it in such a way that central government, local government participate like Yadile? So I think the opportunities are there. But then, new monkey, remember Kaladron, Buba Wati, I've been at Kerr Fatou Young, I've been at Abisada kusai bila karavan nakela. Ida na mure na ko imunya drone ha makata kol ni Kenya dunia ke sama tembe. Ayo wena iruwate lolo kande. Ukuma sifa na iruwate lolo.
Okay.
So for ko na iruwate lolo la ukuma sifa ka. So thank you very much for conversation.
Thank you very much, Madi, for your
Can
time.
I finish what I was saying?
Mr. Mane Binale, Janim Buba Bina Pura closing.
Yes.
Mr. Mane was
Let me finish what I was saying.
Mr. Mane, come in.
Yes. Now, la problem, unless we own up to reality and find a solution to kill her. Because the spinning will not do it. Now it doesn't tell anybody B. Buba Manfenfoja about the areas they owe Senelec or the areas they owe EDG, Electricity to Guinea. Those areas are there. Those are realities which have to be dealt with. He hasn't told us, which should have happened. Yes, we advocated for that. They gave it to unique energy. Unique Emuneke. Nothing has been done in terms of achieving the objectives set for unique. What has happened to them? Where is their contract? What is happening there? It's the poor choices made by NAWEC and by the government in relation to NAWEC. That is what is creating all these problems. Gallo said, for total disclosure, I have strong family ties with him. But when it comes to the Gambia, the family ties don't count anymore. We talk the truth. Gallo was doing well as a private citizen working for NAWEC as a service provider. And that is absolutely his right. And that should have continued. You cannot have Gallo as a service provider for NAWEC and you appoint him as managing director and continue service providing for NAWEC for a long time, conflict of interest, and you bring him at a time when his wife was director of water. These are the poor choices we are talking about in terms of accountability and in terms of transparency. These things should never have happened. Gallo is a private citizen in the Gambia and he's entitled to work for NAWEC and to do his business and earn money with NAWEC. We want to encourage the private sector growth. We want to encourage in the electricity sector, for example. We want to encourage IPPs, independent power producers. We want to encourage all of those things. But there has to be accountability. There has to be transparency. Everything has to be above board. Unless management and government stop making these poor choices, we're going to be straddled with all of these difficulties. And the caravans will not cut it. The caravans are there to spin a reality and falsehoods which are not what we're interested in. What we're interested in is solutions. Solutions to our energy problems after 10 years of Barrow government, after 61 years of independence. We want solutions to those problems. We don't want to hear stories. We've been patient for 61 years and 10 years also in the Barrow regime. How long do we have to be patient? This is a fundamental right. Nobody's going to come to invest in the Gambia if you have these energy problems. The industry will not take off. Senegal next door is doing much better and providing reliable, cost-efficient power. Why would anybody come to invest in small Gambia with a small market if you have such horrible power supply issues? These are the issues we need to deal with. We've got to be ambitious for this country. We've got to be transparent. We've got to be honest to each other, and we've got to tell each other the truth to find solutions to our problems. But as long as we continue spinning and trying to make people see, but you cannot dissociate that. Mr. Badjie will say, I'm a politician, but you're working for an institution, and politics is a part of everything that concerns us. Our everyday life is politics. Politics is part of our daily life. Whether you like it or not, we are all politicians in one way or another. So we have to be able to deal with these issues. Barrow telling us power for 2 years, 2 weeks, I'll get up. No, he's not entitled to say that. We are entitled to be angry if we don't have it one day because we're paying for these services. This is our tax dollars. These are the loans and grants taken in our names, and we're going to pay back those loans. So we are entitled to demand service and good service and not stories. So I think unless NAWEC deals with those issues, these problems are going to continue forever. I'll leave it at that. So I have to go and find another source of power or move to my other house because, yes, you guys are not providing me with power. This is the reality the country is facing. Sorry, but that's the fact.
The fact that you have to stand the whole time to do this show is crazy. Sorry about that, NAWEC. You have to do better. Okay. We cannot continue like this. Buba, Mr. Manneh, thank you so much for joining us. Buba, mole minfo, and I think minkumayat olong.
Let's wrap up. We can have another day to come back here. Don't worry.
Mr. Mane operator.
No,
Go ahead.
No, but Fatou, Mr. Mane Penjamale Majan, Mr. Mane Penjamale Lepo. I do not have a call. But darling, Ninkumoniema, no name Kumon my editing. You know, it's all like a whole the party of on a serious note, you see, Mr. Mane, what I want Mr. Mane to understand, I glad of a very set about Julo. Mr. Mane, in any business where you take, use and pay, Julo. But what I want to make clear, Puma just and I into those details. Ko, new problem making ani Julu ko ni kodiko manyo sort of fenna. And I repeat this, I said this in many platforms. You understand? And I'm a new sort of fenna. In fact, a Gambian journalist, but that's
not correct. That's not correct.
Let me learn. No, that's right. I am telling you the fact. The problem we are facing because it cannot bring any base.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, I can.
I am telling you the realities. The problem with caring. This electric. No. I listen to you. Unless you heard me, hear me out. Unless you hear me out. What I am saying is, hear me for that have nothing, absolutely nothing to do with this. 100%. A Gambian journalist even left here just a few days ago to Senegal to find out this thing. After the young call, I sit and base it, we have a live feeling. And he came up, he could not write anything. Because ATG. What I am saying is, but it has nothing to do with this. Because this is very clear. Going back that, the other thing that you are saying, what was the other one was, yes, Iko, Ndola contract or hate rule. You see, that is beyond me now. But that is beyond me. That is what contractual agreement in Benjamin. Maybe I did not read that one. Okay, but what is important is Ndole following Akijan. And that's history. History was happened. Nobody can stop that. But what I want to put forward, the assurance I am giving to Gambians here is NAWEC is doing everything humanly possible with our management and with the backing of the government. Make sure and those plans are there and the signs are positive. What I can tell the Gambians is, inshallah, I come in for. Madi said something here, Janda Kata. You know, that's important. I got 2 years. Inshallah, after 2 years, plan of but what I'm saying is, we are working on those plans. Along the way, we can have any problem, right? So, Mr. Mane, I agree. If you want to make me a politician, I am not, and I disagree. You are a politician, that one I know. I respect you because you are a technocrat. I listen to you. But I am not one, and I don't want to be one. Fatou, go ahead. So
science the timeline di no la gambe no la ko nyim problem min kono nyim patching min be load shedding min kono. No timeline as to when lay abebanna. Can we give some timeline? Do we have a timeline? Janinkata?
No, you see, if Nino needs self and before Pano gets some of what I said is, as I'm talking to you right now, na MD Mantra town fang, it's not in town, and then coming for all efforts are done to stabilize power. This is our responsibility. But we'll make it, we want to make it better and better until but one thing I want to tell Mr. I want to thank him so much. I learned a lot today and I heard a lot. And this is Gambia and at least they benefit something. But not coming from Mr. Manneh, we are not just at NAWEC for the sake of being there. We are trying to fix the problem. And running an energy company is not a child's play. And I think he knows better than I know. It's not a small thing. That is why in Sondafang Ghana Nalga dem platform. Even Alben you learn and we learn. But I only give you facts. I have no cause to lie to you, Manneh, and the audience. Because Fatou, okay? But I mean, I am available anytime, Mr. Manneh, Madi, anybody. I'm available. We can talk about it. This is our own properties. This is not politics. This is Gambia. Once again, thank you very much. for having me, and thank you also for taking the whole of my evening, because instead of resting, you took everything from me, Papa Baraka.
That is your job, because we are all giving our time for this, because it's the country that's at stake. And running no institution is child play in this country. Everyone is difficult, but that's why people are appointed to do it, and they are paid to do it. So that is something you cannot just say like you're doing us a favor. No, you're not doing us a favor. You are paid to do a job, and we are all here to make sure that you do that job. So it's not a favor you're doing for the country. So you are paid to do that.
No, I'm not saying
every single job in this country is difficult. And everyone who takes those jobs takes them because you want to be difficult, but you go ahead to perform. So please perform, you too.
Yes.
Please perform.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you so much, gentlemen.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Lamin
Manneh,
and
yes,
sorry for the whole
well
time.
noted, well noted.
Because
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Sorry about that. Thank you so much for always available to speak to us, even on a short notice. And I want to thank Madi Jobarteh also for coming on, and Buba for always also coming on a short notice. I called him like 30 minutes ago, but just like you said, it's his job. But most of government officials, Lamin Manneh, Madi Tinala. So I want to say thank you, Buba, for coming, because the fact that you came and spoke to these gentlemen, Mia Lonko, not a lot of people from government will do that. And I want to say thank you for that bravery and for coming and talking to the people, because to be honest, this is a very serious business. More basiri mando kolkeno, more officials on a business. And I think next show is going to be the effect of the impact of kurang soto balia on our economy. Yalang ntol kamira lampol ni fanyol ni nakufengo, but the impact of it on our economy. Akumata bake nyumu feneti mi along ko be business all be ba problem oso kam banko kam. Nyumu feneti mi anka akumata bari kom nga fanyamin rombe Lamin Manneh tentulambe Madi tentulanim Buba for coming, and viewers all mi anka be juero lambe be tentulambe jayera. Inshallah, we'll be back next week. Hopefully before that we are able to come and talk about this, because as we speak it's a crisis. This is the banko ka ebo kurang for 24 hours. Ngamol de dolba for 24 hours, dolba for 12 hours, dolba for 6 hours. Womo crisis later, and hopefully government can solve this very soon. Ngal tentungal day Manneh, Madi and Buba. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Until we come your way again. Good night to you all. Thank you very much.
Looking for the perfect home away from home in the Gambia? Welcome to BC's Residence, your ideal short-stay apartment in the heart of Bundum. Whether you're visiting for business, pleasure, or an extended stay, BC's Residence offers you the Looking for the perfect home away from home in the Gambia? Welcome to BC's Residence, your ideal short-stay apartment in the heart of Bundum. Whether you're visiting for business, pleasure, or an extended stay, BC's Residence offers you the comfort, convenience, and privacy you deserve. Enjoy spacious, well-appointed accommodations in a peaceful neighborhood just behind Nusrat High School. Our residence combines modern amenities with authentic Gambian hospitality, ensuring your stay is both comfortable and memorable. At BC's Residence, you are not just booking a room, you're finding your perfect base to explore all that the Gambia has to offer. Ready to book your stay? Contact us today. +220 941414 bcsresidence@gmail.com. BC's Residence, Bundum, behind Nusrat High School. Your comfort, is our priority.
Ja Oil ñoom ñoo jiitu si wàllum jaay essence si biir réew mi te ñu def ko warugal pour kontaan loo suñu client yi boroom moto yi ak driver yi seen jaaxare jeex na léegi pour am essence bu baax ak njëg bu yomb lii sax moo tax ñu amal leen banxaas fépp si biir réew mi pour essence bu baax bu set benn place rek la muy Ja Oil soo soxlae essence bu set essence bu baax gasoil wala kérosine naa la wax ne Ja Oil rek mooy jëmukaay ga doxantul rek si bépp banxaasi Ja Oil nga am si bànneex ak Ja Oil seen bànneex mooy suñ taxawaay moo tax ñu amoon leen banxaas bépp si biir réew mi nim gën a yombee pour yow ak suñ liggéeykat yu xarañ yi naa la won ne mbégte rek nga see jël pour am essence bu baax pour say machine fenn place rek la mooy sa Ja Oil ak Ja Oil bànneex kese la moo tax sax suñ station si nekk ca Costa Road ak Banjul wàññil nañ leen njëgi essence bi foofu noonu pour am si lu leer mun ngaa call si 770 8080 322 9070 714 7273 wala 787 1321 Ja Oil, the pride of the nation.
Is both legendary and the envy of the market. Retail banking. One bank, different amazing packages. Whether you are interested in savings account, current account, time or fixed deposit account, lending or overdraft, our team of dedicated staff is always ready and happy to help you out with your transactions as you wish. Corporate banking. Trust Bank offers the most convenient services for deposit accounts, credit facilities, trade finance, bond and guarantee, and foreign currency account. With e-banking, you can make electronic bill payments and online banking and enjoy 24-hour access to your money without ATM. With the largest network of branches and agents, we give you the convenience to receive funds as you please. We are Trust Bank because we take pride in satisfying every customer's financial needs.
Introducing the future of hassle-free and seamless financial transaction. The Una Wallet app, empowering you to effortlessly manage your money anytime, anywhere. With the Una Wallet app, you can now enjoy branchless banking, wallet-to-wallet transfer, wallet-to-cash, and bank cross-border payments, deposit at a bank, and withdraw from any Una branch. Get ready to experience the ultimate banking convenience with the Una Wallet app. With just few taps on your phone, you can effortlessly add funds, withdraw, and send money to your loved ones. The Una Wallet app also provides a detailed history of your transaction, making it easier to track your expenses. So, What are you waiting for? Download the UNO Wallet app today on Play Store or App Store and say goodbye to hustle of traditional banking. UNO Forex Bureau Limited, delivering much more than money.